Last episode was an absolute banger, and today we're going to hope the good times keep on rolling. We are back here for the final regional stage of our promotion campaign, still dreaming we can make it to the 4th tier of Japan at the first time of asking. Last episode we had this rather dramatic end to Group C in the National Regional Leagues, but that does not mean we're promoted, not by any means. We now enter the championship stage alongside Veros Kronos, a university team from Sendai, and last but not least, this team here, Shibuya City. They play in the Tokyo Cup. They don't even play in the 5th or 6th tier, and yet, because they have a great team, because they won the Shakajin Cup, they could get promoted to the 4th tier from, like, the 7th division. Japan, ladies and gentlemen. Japan. Their team's quite good, by the way. Here's Lee Chan Hyop. He's good, isn't he? He's very good. So yes, today is certainly not going to be an easy one. We're going to buckle up tight. It's 3 more matches today. Let's get into things. Today, by the way, is episode number 6 of Tokyo Rising. If you're still enjoying the series, go down below, leave a like. We've not hit 2,000 likes in the last couple of episodes. It does help keep the videos appearing in the algorithm. So ultras assemble, and we're going to kick things off to talk about the Ichihara Cup. This is the kind of regional cup competition that goes on during all these later stages in the season. If we weren't in our regional playoffs, this would be probably more significant than it is. Of course, we did top our group last episode. We then went into the quarterfinals, where against Joyful Honda, playing a really rubbish B team, we won on penalties, and then off camera I did have to play against Nankatsu, and well, we lost. Just looking at the match report for this game, they were by far and away the better team, but what you will probably notice looking at the list of players that started in this game, it was a pretty much entirely rotated team. I mean, look, if Kobayashi's starting for us, it's a rotated team. He was starting in this game. His contributions weren't enough. We crashed out. I did bring Otter on off the bench to try and make something happen late on. He could get a goal, but it was only a consolation. I suppose the good news is when it comes to the Ichihara Cup, our expectation for the year was to reach the quarterfinal. So technically, we surpassed it by hitting the semi-final. But that most recent game in that competition, if we just have a little look back in time, was only a few days ago against Nankatsu. Hence the reason why I couldn't play a full-strength team. Because today, the 3 matches that we play are on a Wednesday, a Friday, and a Sunday. So, yeah, the games are coming thick and fast. And that, my friends, is you all caught up. It's 10 days since we took on J-Lease in that sensational comeback, coming back from 2 goals down and being bottom of the group on the last day to top it and find ourselves here. The opposition that we have to take on today are going to be better. You can see here I have got Sendai's squad scouted. As is indicated by the star ratings, their squad is significantly better than ours. Yamaguchi here is their key striker. At 20 years old, he's a good player. Of course, Otter for us has been one of our standout striking options. To be fair, he might actually be close to having the edge on their striker, but I suppose the issue for us is that the depth in their team is deep. They have got this set of really good young players that we just simply don't have, and it is going to make things difficult with the depth they've got, I think, to beat them here. They, by the way, topped Group B. Veros Kronos, who we have in our second game, finished second in that group. And at the top of Group A, Shibuya City won all 3 of their games, got 9 points. They are the last game we have in this really brutal run of games to end the season. Anyway, as just dawned on me, didn't actually get to the bit before kickoff. This is a bit embarrassing, isn't it? You'd think I'd plan better. Okay, so in fact, during that continue, Shibuya City played their first game. They beat Veros Kronos to make it them at the top. They won their first game. They've not lost many games this year, it turns out. Of course, the Shakajin Cup is like the non-league FA Cup. They won that despite the fact they're not in the top 2 divisions of the non-league. Yeah, and now they're doing well here too. This team, they scare me. We play them in 4 days. We'll worry about them later. So for our first game today, we're taking on FC La Universidad de Sendai. Can someone explain why there's a university in Sendai with a Spanish name? I'm sure there's a reason for it. I'm just going to call them Sendai University just to keep things simple. Now, as already mentioned, I fully rotated the team against teams in the Ichihara Cup so that we were full strength here, and it does mean that there's no injuries, there's no suspensions. There are a couple of players 1 yellow card away from a suspension. That could be problematic as we go on today. Apparently, Ida and Fukumoto are lacking match sharpness, but I need those 2 players in the midfield. We need their contributions. They are going to stick it out here. We're going to hope that we can get off to the best possible start, but we know it's going to be tough. We know, though, we have it in us. We've caused some upsets already this year. We've surpassed all expectations. This team, though, they're pretty bloody good. It is, by the way, a rare 4-4-2 versus 4-4-2 battle. They are playing in their dark green. As I already mentioned, top spot, automatic promotion. Second spot is playoffs. I think if we finish top 2, that would be absolutely immense. But we know now these are the 4 best teams, including ourselves, in the whole of Japan. We filtered out all the rubbish teams. The good teams are all here now, battling it for these promotion spots. I'm a little bit concerned after the campaign that we've just had. Maybe teams will be harder to counter going forward. I mean, we can see here the counter-attack on full display. But yeah, if we don't go up this year, maybe teams become aware of the game plan. Maybe I have to start playing attacking. Maybe I should stop worrying about that, though, and instead focus on this game here, where Yusei Ida is going to find the back of the net from the edge of the box. Apparently, he was lacking match fitness. You did not see it there. That was a really confident finish by him. And Fukumoto, another player allegedly lacking some match fitness, with a pretty sensational assist. Pulled 2 players across. Ida offered a chance to shoot. Sato for them. Could not get down to it. That, by the way, was our first shot of the game, despite the fact we've only had 37% of the ball. And now Otter, our best striker's injured. I mean, we have Suzuki who we can bring in, and Suzuki is a good player, but Otter has just been sensational for us this year. So the fact that he's injured is quite bad, considering the games we've got coming up today. He's listed as our key player on our club profile screen. We have to do it without that key man. Suzuki, for us, though, has shown a capability to step up on the big occasion. I do feel like at this point, it's going to be our defence that is tested primarily here, as Yoshida brings it forward. They have the ball on the far side. Tackle is missed. Shot grazes the top of the crossbar. We've got away with one there. 10 minutes left of this first half. We've not looked very good in it. We've had one shot and it's gone in. If there's a silver lining to be had, they've not created a great deal either. And in fact, there was just a couple of shots in our favour there to end the half. Could we end with another one here? Fukumoto is sensational in the air. Fukumoto is going to get the goal, and it was Matsumoto, the left midfielder, with the wand of a right foot, with an absolutely stupendous assist. I don't think I've got carried away there. I feel like this is an absolutely ridiculous cross by Matsumoto. Finds himself a long way from home. Matsumoto picks his man out. Fukumoto had his hand up. He was ready. He was alive. It is 2-0. We were definitely slow to start that half, but you can see from this flurry of chances towards the end on the XG table, we created a couple of chances. We took some of them, and I have to just tell the players half time, I'm very happy. I suppose the concern now is Otter's fitness. The fact that Otter has got injury is just a little bit scary, isn't it? We are chasing shadows. We cannot get close to them right now. Ohara, at right back for them, is going to step up with the ball and give it to Matsuoka. He could get in a ball from the byline here. Players to aim for in the middle. They've got so many queuing up in the box. Akiyoshi at the edge. Yoshida scores 2 minutes into the second half. That is perhaps the worst thing that could have happened to start the half, isn't it, really? Yeah, I mean, it doesn't get much worse than them scoring a goal. I feel like in the first half, we took a couple of chances that went our way and they ended the half blunted. I don't know what their manager said to them at half-time, but suddenly they look alive to things. I mean, our midfield is having a good game. Our attacker's not looking so good. Aoki at left-back has struggled, so I'm going to bring in Chishima there. At right back, Mitsuhashi isn't exactly inspiring confidence. I'm going to bring in Maeda as well. 25 minutes to hold on as well. I thought for a moment we were going to have a weird highlight where we scored immediately. That's what I was hoping for. It's not what's been delivered. Instead, it's with their goalkeeper who pumps it forward. We win the first ball, but not the second. And now it's Yamaguchi with Akiyoshi to play in behind. This is not what I want to see. That is not what I want to see. Last episode, we were the king of the comebacks, and Kim was scoring the penalties for us. Right here, he's given them a penalty, and it's now a chance for them to score from the spot. But Ataki saves it. Ataki, the goalkeeper, who I've slandered throughout this season, has just popped up with a sensational stop from the spot. There's still 20 minutes left, though, and the highlights, they just keep going. There is no rest for the wicked. There is no time to breathe here. They're on the attack again, and, I mean, the penalty save, I'm hoping, is going to galvanise us. It's going to give us a little second wind of energy, and yet maybe it's going to act as motivation for them to get forward again. They're in behind. Yamaguchi's shot whistles wide. I have to demand more, don't I? I have to shout shouty stuff here. Why is there another highlight? Football Manager, why are we doing this? Akiyoshi, Ohara, we've done nothing in this second half, concerningly. They're in behind. Matsuoka crosses it in. Yamaguchi shoots, and Kim has cleared it away there, or blocked it away there. It's not in the back of the net somehow. And they've got a corner. We are living life very much on the edge, and I'm not particularly enjoying it as they have a short corner here. It's going to be whipped in, and Ataki, he's bloody done it again. What a save. I say what, he's collected a cross. I'm getting carried away. Allow it. Okay, 10 minutes left in this game. Hattori, I need to bring in on the right-hand side for a bit of fitness. Ida is struggling as well. Moriyama, on you come. That is all my subs made now. I've done what I can do. Now it's down to Football Manager to take the wheel. Look at the XG story, by the way. Look at the XG totals. I know they missed a penalty. That's in there. We have taken 2 chances that have come our way. We've held on. Can we hold on for 4 minutes more? Ohara, Harada with the ball in the box then. Morita shoots. It's hit the crossbar. Matsuoka's there to cross it and Otaki stops it. I mean, it's heroics. I'm not enjoying it, but there's only 3 minutes of added time and we might have done enough. I think we're about to create... well, one of the biggest heists ever seen. How the dickens have we done that? Ataki, man of the match. Bow to him. Worship this man. What a bloke. 25 years old, going on 45. Doesn't matter. He's won us that game there. Nobody gave us a chance. You proved the doubters wrong. How about that to kick things off today? We start off with winning ways. We take on Veros Kronos in our next game. That one feels like a must-win game. That one feels important. Of course, we are still behind Shibuya City on goal difference. We play them in the 3rd game. Okay. Alta's out for 3 to 6 weeks. Given how weak we looked without him in the attacking 3rd, that is slightly concerning. And as the game suggests here, we were fortunate. You know what? Can't really argue with it, can I? Ataki only made 4 saves, conceded 1, still got man of the match. Bloody love this bloke. Okay, we've got Veros Kronos up next. They lost their opening game. They're going to want to make amends in this next one. Let's get to that. 2 days. Okay, I need to try and remain calm. There's still a lot of football to be played today. If there is one thing that I've learned in today's episode, I cannot say Shibuya University or city. It's a city. I was thinking about the University de Sendai. Look, Sendai, 2 defeats in a row. Shibuya, they are top with 6 points. If we win our game here against Veros Kronos, we are guaranteed a top 2 spot. And our last game of this stage against Shibuya City would be for all the marbles. That said, Veros Kronos are an exceptionally good team. Of course, we've got our own injury worry, but they have lost Kajiyama, their key man. He got injured in the last game. He's out for up to 12 months with his injury. So, no, he won't be featuring in today's game, I don't think. But, of course, for us, we are going to be without Yuichi Otta. In terms of the player that comes in for him, that's a kind of easy answer. It's going to be Suzuki, who's been a pretty reliable striker for us this year. Has struggled a little bit as more of a super sub option ever since Otta came in. What it does mean, though, is on the bench, in terms of striking options, Kobayashi is kind of the only player we have to call upon. And with respect to our captain, he's not the most inspiring of players. Now, we did get 2 days of rest after the last game, so there is a little bit of fitness across the board. Of course, when we come to our 3rd game today, things might be slightly different, but at least today, I don't want to change the team. I like the way we've been playing. Okay, into this game we march. We are sticking with our 4-4-2. In terms of their formation, I think my scout said it might be a 4-2-3-1. That's what I'm hoping I'm going to see, and indeed, I am going to see it. They have been in some decent form. They've got a good team. I feel like we're going to need to be our best defensively and just looking to spring the counter-attack. One thing I have loved in this end-of-season run-in is the fact that we've kind of proven that you can actually play in FM24 a defensive style of play and hit teams on the counter-attack. Make the most of set pieces and cause an upset or 2 consistently. We're going to bloody do it again, maybe. Suzuki's come in for Otta and he scored immediately. Say it with me, 190 centimetres of Japanese meat. There it is at the back post. He gets a header, he gets a goal. His form hadn't been good going into this. That's a bloody good way to start this game. Okay, look, early stages of this game, they've had 69% of the ball. They are dominating possession. We are being forced to chase, but maybe it opens up the option of the counter-attack. Saying all of that, that ball behind to Fujita is uncomfortable. They've got their main striker, I believe, Simon in the middle to aim for. The number 10 is there. Kuroda doesn't need Simon. Simon says, go on your own. Kuroda's gone on his own, and he's gone and scored. I feel like over the course of this season, we've become accustomed to our players being the players who do these kind of moments of magic bits where you don't expect the ending of the highlight to be what it is. Oh, I thought Kuroda was going to pass it. He's gone on his lonesome. He scored at the near post, and Ataki, who was the hero of last game, I don't want to say it too loudly, he might have let us down there. 10 minutes left of this half. It is 1-1. We scored from a corner immediately. We have a set piece here. Ida scores it. Take a bow, my son. It's offside, isn't it? It's offside. It's off. That's the linesman's flag, I think, must have been raised. I didn't even catch it. That's one set-piece goal tonight. We might get another here, though. Kim's whipping it in again. It's headed away to Handa, who's been an ever-present part of our attack here. On this occasion, needs to turn provider. Fukumoto nods it down. Suzuki is concerningly carrying a knock. If he gets injured, Kobayashi with 2 staminas coming on. He's missed the target there. 3 minutes left of this first half. It is going to be 1-1. And there's still a lot to play for here. I'm going to tell the players I'm far from happy. They're looking fired up. Aoki's on a booking. I don't think he's in danger of being suspended today. If I'm not mistaken, it's Kajiyama and Mitsuhashi who are 1 yellow card away from a potential suspension. I'm wondering if I want to make changes at half-time here. Sawa's not been at his best. You know what? I'm going to bring in Takahashi for some fresh legs there. Suzuki's injury is hampering him. It's a knee injury. I feel like you shouldn't mess with knee injuries, so I'm going to have to bring in Kobayashi here at half-time. The club captain, I didn't know if he'd feature again for the team to end the year. Turns out he is going to. Kim's not had a very good game at centre-back. I might live to regret it. I'm going to bring in Maeda here. Maeda, I feel like he's just a good super sub centre-back option. I've used him fairly often on off the bench in these kind of games where one player hasn't been performing along the back four. And it's a change I'm going to make here and hope, well, he steps up for us. As Kobayashi, another player I was hoping was going to step up, is going to give away the ball. And now, well, Maeda has it. He lays it to Ida. Fukumoto at right mid with 8 players to aim for in the middle. The right mid puts it in, and I can't believe it. He's got 2 stamina. I've barely played him this year. And he scored 2 minutes into the second half. Should I have been playing him more? Fukumoto, yet again, just doing magical things at right mid. Every time he does something, I want to pat myself on the back. Should I do it? I'm going to do it. Good job, Fukumoto. That's what the doctor ordered. That's the half start that we needed. I didn't say start to the half, but then I said half. So that's the half start we needed. Don't question my English skills, please. Thank you. Okay, an hour played here, and just as I was weighing up the option of maybe making a couple more subs, although to be fair, we've only got 2 subs left, a highlight began, and it begins with them in possession. Ball is going to be launched forward towards Taki, who's going to collect the ball confidently there. The hero of last game hasn't really been tested all that much in this game. They've scored 1 goal from 3 on target, shot-wise. And, well, he attempted to launch it long. Handa, not the kind of player you expect to win the ball in the air. Aoki has won it back really nicely. The number 3 breaking down the play. Now we're looking to maybe knock it around a little bit. Handa dropping in deep. Options in front of him. Kobayashi. Ida, I think, is making a run there. Fukumoto, can he pick out a runner? He can. Handa cannons his shot against the woodwork. That felt like a great chance. But sadly, it's a chance missed. Okay, Aoki's on a booking at left back. I'm going to bring in Chishima there. Elsewhere, Ida is really struggling for fitness at this point. You can see his heart, he's got poor heart condition. I've made all my subs. I've made my tactical decisions. I'm taking my hands off the wheel and saying, Football Manager gods, take it away. This is one of those games where there's a temptation maybe to sit deep and make ourselves even more defensive, but we're already so defensive. I don't really feel comfortable dropping anyone deeper or maybe encouraging our players not to get forward any more than we already are. That said, we could find ourselves being exposed. Ataki quick off his line by his standards. I feel like most goalkeepers should have been getting there, but we don't expect that from him. He's broken it down nicely, and now he's going to look to launch it long. Handa takes the ball down superbly, holds it up, shoots. And Kuriyama for them has made a save for the cameras. That was a simple save. I don't know why he did what he did. Nagasawa now with it for them at centre-back. He's going to look to get it forward. They look very content, don't they? Bossing possession and knocking the ball around here. Simon can't get there. Moriyama breaks it down superbly, but they get it back. Tabari, Mitsuhashi with a tackle. Maeda. He's given away the ball. Simon's through and Otaki has done it again. Give him a 7.0 rating. He's on a 6.6 right now. That save right there should elevate it. He has bailed Maeda out. We do still have a corner to deal with here. Handa gets it away. Maeda just about kicks it into touch. There's 10 minutes left to hold on. I'm going to lower the tempo and up the time wasting. It's that kind of moment right now. I say that they've got a highlight. Why did I time waste? You should never time waste in Football Manager. Vegeta with it for them. There's players in the middle. Okayama at centre mid, stepping forward with the ball. Gives it to Yanagida. I mean, I don't like... They just look very competent at passing. Our players have never strung together this many passes across the entire season. Awatari laid to him by Meow. Tabari, options in the middle. He squares it. Kojima clears it off the line. What am I witnessing here? We are clinging on to the edge. It's like the Lion King. We're holding on to the edge. They're about to whisper, I killed Mufasa. We've been thrown off the cliff. I don't know where this metaphor's going, but there's antelopes trampling all over us. In my head, Matsumoto here at left mid has just whispered the words, long live the king, as Tabari's been given it there. It's 2-2, and the kings of the comeback, the kings of being the underdogs and playing the counter, well, we're being exposed here. They've had 75% of the ball. Why did I time waste? What was I thinking? It never works. Okay, get rid of the time wasting. That was an error. Up the tempo. This is why you don't tinker with your tactics, folks. Just bad things happen. We've got 3 minutes left. A draw is not a disastrous result, it has to be said. But it still leaves us with a lot to do in our final game. We are going to deal with it, though. It's going to finish 2-2. I mean, it's not the win we craved, but we retain our second spot. We are still ahead, crucially, of Veros Kronos. But if they were to win against the University and we were to get battered by Shibuya, we could drop down. On the flip side, it has to be said, we could win our next game and just top the group and get promoted. That would be nice, wouldn't it? I feel like we've blown a lead there that we really shouldn't have. It's tricky, right? Because on the one hand, it feels like tinkering at the end to try and hold on has cost us the game. But equally, tinkering like that has also won us games. I can give Suzuki injections. I don't know if I've ever given players injections in FM24. I've done it in previous FMs. I'm going to do it here. Suzuki, I need you for the next game in 2 days. Take those injections. Don't ask what we're putting in you, but I need you for the next match. And speaking of that next match, it's against Shibuya City in 2 days. If we win that game, promoted. Lose that game, we're in a bit of a pickle if Veros Kronos win. We could end up finishing 3rd. Hope it's not going to come to that. Now, I have just realised that we actually have the late kickoff here against Shibuya City on the 1st of December. The earlier game is between Veros Kronos and, of course, Sendai University. If Veros Kronos don't win, we are guaranteed to finish ahead of them and, therefore, get a guaranteed at least second-place finish, regardless of what happens in the final game. So this game actually matters here. I'm going to hit continue. We're going to see how it plays out and if we qualify, and I've not had a thing regarding the playoffs come through there. What was the result in that other game? That is what I care about right now. In the championship stage, Veros Kronos have won 2-0, and it means that if we lose in this game, I think we finish below them. So the league sorting rules go goal difference, goals scored, results between teams. So what does that mean? Results between teams, we drew. Our goal difference is currently 1 better than at theirs. Lose 1-0, and it's disciplinary records that matter. Lose by more than 1 goal, we finish below them, we finish 3rd. Win and everything's fine. Draw and everything's fine. And crucially, if we were to lose, but we lose by 1 goal but score, that would also be enough because of goal difference. This group stage stuff is absolutely mental. Every episode, something new and weird happens that I've never experienced in a kind of qualifying campaign for anything. All of this for 1 promotion. A very long season comes down to 1 game of football. Avoiding defeat is enough here, but we want to do more than avoid defeat. We really want to thrive. My player fitness here across the board is not looking too pretty, and yet I am going to remain stubborn. I'm not going to change things. I'm very sorry to Suzuki, who's receiving injections. Mate, you've just got to grit your teeth and hopefully not have your leg drop off or something. What was his injury for his knee injury? It's a bruised knee. I feel less bad now. He was going to miss a playoff final, essentially, for that. Shameful. Anyway, the rest of the team is going to remain unchanged. Like I said, I could have changed things to bring in fresher legs, but I feel like the drop-off in quality between our starting 11 and our second 11 is absolutely huge. I talked about Shibuya City and how good they were earlier. Just to really reiterate, their squad is just full of quality players. They've perhaps not got the most deep squad in the world, which is potentially going to cost them, but when you look through their team, they've got Japanese internationals. They've got some pretty serious quality in this team. Shibuya City, they've already won the Shakai Cup. They have proven their worth. They're lining up with a 4-4-2. I imagine their style of play is going to be a little different to ours. We are playing Brexit ball defensive, well, football, and I'm going to hope that is going to serve us well enough. I mentioned earlier, if we lose this game 1-0, it comes down to disciplinary record. I have no idea if we're good or bad in that regard. I feel like we've not had that many bookings in this stage, but then again, I don't know if that is the entire championship stage, just these last 3 games or anything. You know what? The odds that we lose this game for 1-0 are pretty much slim to none, I feel like. It'd be very, very unfortunate if that's what it was decided by. Let's not worry about it. Let's maybe worry about it. Tanaka scored that. My players can't score goals like that. I do also just want to give a shout. There's a lot of Tokyo 23 fans behind this goal. This is the most full I've ever seen a match of ours. The ball here was put in by Mihara. Tanaka unmarked. And an unnecessarily stylish finish. I think it has to be said. In off the post, he makes it 1-0. Okay, I've checked the around the ground here. If things stay as they are, identical goal difference, identical goals scored for and against. We have the better disciplinary record for now. Imagine if we get yellow cards in this game that see me drop down during the match. That would both be hilarious and potentially the most depressing thing I've ever witnessed in Football Manager. Mitsuhashi, let's give ourselves a reason for confidence. Like I already mentioned, if we lose by 1 goal, but we score a goal of our own, that is actually enough to see us up here. As Handa shoots, and Handa has done it again. You beautiful man. I don't know what's going on with the lighting, by the way, in the match engine. The Tokyo smog has returned again, but it has not put off Handa, who has picked up the ball there and smooshed it into the top corner. Not quite as stylish as their finish, but still a bloody good goal. 2 minutes of added time at the end of this first half is going to come and go. It is 1-1. As things stand, we will finish second. Of course, just as a reminder, winning this game would see us get that automatic top spot. Given how this game has gone on balance, though, I feel like we'll be kind of fortunate if we were to even draw this game, because they've created a lot. Ida has made a really good tackle there. Watanabe now with it for Nakamura for them. The right back dinking it on. Watanabe kept his run going, and now he's in behind, squaring it. That shot is blocked. Kim gets it away again. Can we get it away a third time? We don't need to. It's in Ataki's hands. I don't know if you can tell in the commentary of this game, I'm very, very stressed today. Matsumoto's picked up an injury. Hattori, on you come. I'm going to bring in fresh legs in the wing-back areas. I feel like that is what's needed at this point. I need to bring in some fresh legs to try and see out this game. Suzuki with the injections has struggled. Kobayashi, on you come. I'm making 5 subs on the hour mark, but given, well, the state of our squad and how things have gone with these end-of-season games, I feel like it's perhaps necessary. The legs have gone in our players. We have been chasing the ball so much in this game. There's 20 minutes left. We are doing enough as things stand. Sato for them is going to lay it back to Tanaka. And well, with Shibuya with the ball, you have to be scared. They have got quality that we have not quite seen in other opposition so far this year. Look at them knocking the ball around. Johannesson lays it back to Mihara. He lays it to Iwanuma. And we have players back. We need to deal with it. That touch is absolutely sensational by Lee Chan-hyob. My players can't do that. That's their key player. It's 2-1. I've refrained from making tactical changes in this game after what happened at the end of last game. And now I'm questioning, should I have changed some stuff? That touch there by the number 10 is sensational. The finish is good. I won't blame Ataki. It's 2-1. I need to check. What does that mean? Okay, what it means is we're ahead Veros Kronos on goal difference, on goals scored for, but if we were to concede another goal, that would be us below them. And I don't want that to happen. They've got a chance here, Nakamura. I realise if they were to score here, it comes down to the changes I made last game. What are we doing, Fukumoto? Why have we done that? We've given away a penalty. Shibuya City with a chance here to put a dagger through my heart. Ataki, you've done it once. He's done it again. He's done it. I can't believe it. Will yourself back in, Jack. Oh my word. It's 2-1 still. Ataki in goal is becoming a legend before our very eyes. We are hanging on by the skin of our teeth. It is Lee Chan-hyob for them to look to whip it in. The South Korean is time wasting away in the corner. That's kind of fine for us. Should we just sit in the centre circle, hold our hands and say kumbaya? They can have the automatic promotion spot at this point. I just need this game to remain 2-1. And for some reason, the highlights just keep coming. Why can't the game just end? Football Manager, why can you not just put me out of my suffering? Tanaka with the ball. Lays it to Iwanuma. Miyazaki for them is going to keep this ball alive. He crosses it in. Watanabe has scored. I'm in so much pain. I hate this game. I play Football Manager for fun. And I'm not having fun after that. The worst thing here is I'm sat in denial. I'm sat thinking I've not seen the league table yet. Maybe I've got it wrong. Maybe what we're doing is enough. You know, maybe I've just misunderstood the rules. I feel like I'm saying that more out of hope than expectation. I need to pause the game to make tactical changes. I need this league table to update as well. It's not updating. It's updated now. If it stays like this, we drop down to third. We have to score a goal. Hattori, up you go. Fukumoto, up you go. This is the most mental end to a season ever, isn't it? We were bottom of the group stage at the previous stage, and we managed to turn things around. I've made all my subs as well. I've made all my changes. Look at Fukumoto's heart here. It's literally depleted. He's got no love left. I have to go very attacking, don't I? We just have to absolutely go for this. Hit early crosses, play as direct as possible. Out of possession at this point, for the first time ever in our lives, just press, lads. Step up, get stuck in, try and make something happen. When you look at the stats for this game, we don't deserve to win it. We don't deserve anything, really. There's 5 minutes left. Nothing's happening. Football Manager, for the love of God, please. Is our season really about to crumble like this? I mean, Otter would score for us in this game. That's what I'm telling myself right now. There's 1 minute left. I can't believe what I've just witnessed. Shibuya City are going to get promoted as a team not even in the top 2 divisions of non-league football. And off the back of all of that, and I'm going to tell them as unacceptable, we have bottled it. We are finished third on goal difference by 1 goal. That penalty save that Ataki made was for absolutely nothing. I feel like crying. The promotion dream is over. Matsumoto's out for 3 weeks. Suzuki's out. I just want to cry. If we'd drawn that game, if we lost 2-1, we would have had the playoff. Shibuya City playing the Tokyo Cup. They're not even in a real division. They don't even have simulated games, and they just get promoted ahead of us. They've jumped the queue. It's not fair. I mean, look at the season we've just had, and it just ends like this. I'm just crying at this point. I think that is our last game. I'll be honest, still my first time in Japan. I think that's our season over. And you know what that means? It means transfer specials come back. But I've emotionally got to recover from the fact that I have just missed out on promotion to via the playoffs, potentially, by 1 goal. I really want to cry. Is this what it's like to manage in Japan? That is the end of our season. I mean, look, the board are happy and I've got a contract for next year, so that's good. I think next time out, we're going to do a 2-part transfer special. One thing I have got to contend with is the fact that our off-season lasts from now, December, until April. It's a 4-month off-season, so quite how I structure transfer specials, I've not even thought about it yet. To be fair, you don't deserve to go up in this stage, do you, if you get 1 win in 3? Like, you just don't deserve it. Veros Kronos have their relegation playoff final in a week. You know what? To end today's episode, I want to go and see how they do. I hope they lose. They don't deserve to go up either. Yes, I'm bitter. Okay, we are at the day of the playoff finals. I've not cheered up at all. And just for a little bit of transparency, all the end of season review inbox item bits have already happened. I've made a save game at that point. Next episode, when I talk about all the end of season wrap-up stuff, it'll be before this bit in the save game, if that makes sense. I'm recording this before those other bits, but I'll load up the previous save just to talk about all the end of season bits. Don't really plan on doing any transfer business just yet. What I want to see here is Veros Kronos losing. And I don't even know if the inbox item is going to pop up showing that competition, because I think the playoffs are treated as a separate thing. So I've hit continue and it's not even popped up. Now I'm going to go and inspect it myself. Veros Kronos, have you been promoted? No. After all of that, they bottled it in the playoff final as well. So not only did they deny us a playoff spot, they wasted it. And we'll probably have to battle them for promotion again next year. They didn't even have a shot. What a depressing way to end their season. This team beat us in the playoff rounds. I'm so upset. I'm not bitter, except I absolutely am. I knew when I started this series, the Japanese non-league was going to be brutal. I'll tell you what, I feel like I've been kicked in the gonads. It's been absolutely awful. And I kind of have hated most of today's episode. I was enjoying it until today. Anyway, with that all said and done, I hope you enjoyed it. If you enjoyed my pain and suffering, go down below, leave a like. That'll cheer me up slightly. Like I said, we've not hit 2,000 likes in a little while, so if we could do that, that would be sensational. Next time out, we'll have a bit of an end-of-season wrap-up and the kicking off of a transfer special. In terms of how we're doing the transfer specials, like I said, I'm not sure. There's a 4-month off-season. We're going to figure it out over the next couple of days. Thank you so much for watching. If you got until the end of today's video, we will be back tomorrow in more Tokyo Rising action. Until then, take things easy. It's me, Jack. I'll talk to you guys in a bit. I'm out.